Dubious ones, welcome back to the channel for some more WWE 2K26. We finally have another patch. That's right, patch 1.06 is live, and they are already talking about patch 1.07. So we have some things to get into today. But I am curious about you guys. What do you guys think? Have your bugs been fixed with this mighty patch? Let's find out exactly what was addressed in this massive patch they put together. But before we do that, I want to remind each and every one of you guys to tag me on X when you have bugs, when you have glitches, things you're running into that are broken in the game. Send me your clips on X at MrDubs86, and I will try my best to cover them in future videos. This video, we will be covering a lot of the stuff you've shared with me just since my last video yesterday. We've got tons of stuff to go over today, including what wasn't fixed in this patch. But without further ado, let's get into this massive video, shall we? Now, dubious ones, obviously, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like if you did, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. But most importantly, share this video out, get this video out to more people so that these bugs can get seen, they can be addressed, they can be fixed. Because without more eyeballs on these, 2K will not pay any attention. So we need them to see these videos. We need to force their hands to fix so many of these nagging issues, so many of these problems. Can you believe $150 version of this game? And there's this many bugs still this far after launch. Absolutely unimaginable. But here we go. We've got patch 1.06 is live. We've got stability and performance improvements. I wonder if the patch notes are going to go into details as to what those are. And then it says the team is also hard at work on the next major update, 1.07. Well, that's good. Coming soon, that addresses a variety of items across multiple game modes. Stay tuned for more details. So maybe things are working. As they're already telling us that they haven't told us what they're addressing, but they are telling us of a future patch that's coming. These are all things that I said they need to do and would make a world of difference for the community, is if we got them acknowledging that there are all these nagging issues in the game. There are so many, so stay tuned to the end of the video for those, because we're going to go over everything that you guys have sent me so far and more. But let's see what this patch entails and see what you guys have to say about it. So this was published today, general. We've got stability and performance improvements. Again, absolutely no details on what that means whatsoever. The team is also very hard at work in the next patch 1.07. This was literally the entire patch. That's it. No other patch notes. I've never seen a company deliver patch notes this bare bones in my life. What does stability and performance improvements even mean? What does any of that mean? Literally what's written here is the patch notes. This is it. So before we get into all the nagging issues that obviously haven't been addressed and issues you guys are having and that you brought to my attention, stay tuned. Maybe your tweet got spotlighted next. But let's look and see, out of these 105,000 views on this post, what the community is saying about this, because I'm always interested in hearing this. So we've got can't wait for the day one patch, and I'll probably leave some timestamps in the description down below, but I mean, this time I didn't curate all the good and the bad. I've just pretty much got everything in a list as far as from where I ended the last video, which was about an hour long. This one won't be as long, but I went from there and basically just everything I haven't touched on since then, because I try and make sure I cover all the issues you guys bring to my attention. Anyways, for this, can't wait for that day one patch a month later. I know, right? Just waiting on that patch 1.07 a month after release. Hope the major patch comes out before Ringside Pass Season 2. Well, we'll see. But finally, some good news. So some people are actually excited about this. Ain't no MFing way y'all dropped a patch to announce another patch. Biggest scam wrestling fans didn't ask for, 2K26. Amazing y'all patched the game to test it. Saw tag team matches. Very common match type, right? Has the camera constantly blocked by wrestlers on the apron and just said, yeah, that's good. Dear Lord, hire some game testers in the community. So, do we have to click on this to be able to see this? It doesn't look like we're going to be able to see his clip at all. That's okay. We get the idea here. You can see. It's pretty bad for tag matches. Oh yeah, great job. People having issues. Oh, that's a championship match. It shows the World Tag Team match in front of them. Yeah, so people having issues within their universe. Universe is nonstop, showing the World Heavyweight Championship when it's a ladder tag match. So again, wrong titles here. Again, we're going to go into a lot more issues than just this stuff. This is just what people are posting below this patch that did nothing. The game's absolute trash. A patch saying a patch is on the way. Right? F the consumers buy the ringside pass. The major patch better fix online servers and bring chamber matches back. Yeah, because you can't have elimination chamber matches online at all right now because this is what was happening. So they've completely removed it as an option. Anything over 4-man matches are like just gone from online now. Patch my bank account. We only care about money. The game doesn't work for me, brother, at all. The uninfluenced player. Okay, is 1.07 going to remove the purple bar? I'm sorry, but that purple bar is here to stay, my friend. Wow, some actual communication. Yes, exactly. This is actually a good thing. Regardless of this joke of a patch, how much for the patch? I need about $350. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine them charging for patches to fix the game? That's the next step, right? That is the next step for them. You can't fix this game before launch. At $200, you expect a finished product. Yeah, in Canadian, it was over $200 for the Monday Night Wars edition. I did not buy that edition. It was too rich for my blood. So almost 4 weeks of the game's released, and you're just now fixing things. You didn't have an issue patching the Eric Bischoff method. Yeah, we're definitely not buying the game next year. I mean, people say that, but people buy it every year. Every single time I get online with this game, I have to follow a specific protocol that includes disconnecting my 2K account from my Xbox. It takes a few minutes every single time to do this. This is terrible. So this is just going to be people talking about bugs. We're already getting into that. I already have a big enough list, but you get it. You get it. People are furious. The greedy bastards. This game is cooked. Cooked at the moment. Absolutely cooked at the moment. And we have another notification. So we'll check that. Okay, it's just people liking the stuff. Okay, great. So let's get into the stuff. We'll going from like where we left off in the last video. If you haven't checked that, I go over like pretty much all the bugs and issues you guys are having in the game. It was days worth of feedback that I covered. So it was nearly an hour-long video. This one won't be as long, but can't even add renders to alternate attires. An issue that's been going on for a while. Universe mode has countless issues that make me want to not even start it. Movesets don't stick to alternate attires. That's annoying. Create an arena mapping is messed up. How about we fix these issues before going patting ourselves on the back? This was posted from Unsanctioned TV, friend of the channel. Remember also being able to do diving moves off the Elimination Chamber pod? Wonder how many decades it'll take to bring this back. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about by being able to do just top rope moves. Regular top rope moves and springboards and stuff like that off of high structures, be it an Elimination Chamber pod, be it an ambulance, be it a Hell in a Cell, be it the top of a cage, doesn't matter. We want to be able to do that back. That's in response to my post about this, how we can only do the splash when someone's laying on a table. This is the kind of stuff we lost. This is the kind of stuff we need back. This game is getting too much money for what they are giving us. There's too many big stars we have had in the game before that they keep removing. Once they're in the game, they should stay in the game because every year is the same and they keep putting money up. I mean, it comes down to Legends contracts for that sort of thing. Not much we can do there. Ryan says, I wonder if enough of us bring attention to the amount of bugs that have appeared each year with no resolution. Maybe we can get mass refunds. Well, again, for refunds, I mean, I encourage you guys, go ahead if you feel like you want a refund for these games. No problem there. And people are still buying this stuff. Then we've got Ryan gets a little crazy sometimes here, as you can see. Ryan goes a little crazy. Okay, so not sure what feature we're talking about there, but that's okay. I'm more looking for the bugs and stuff. Really wish I could have win. Or okay, that's got nothing to do with bugs. This is just trying to. Someone's tagging Cornell Gunther for those who made the arguments about move animations weren't designed. This was just covering Marty M's post where he found a way to glitch them onto the table with moves and then be able to do top rope or top, a move off the ladder, like so you can still do a swanton through them because you have to glitch them onto the table. You can't just roll them on the table like normal. So I was just pointing out that the fact that this is possible to be done, table breaks properly and everything, like this works just fine, as you can see here. then there's literally no argument that, because people were saying that, oh, well, the move animations weren't designed to work properly if they're laying on a table. We could do this for over 20 years and 2K removed the feature. And as you can see here, it works just fine. And they're just tagging Cornell there. Looks how he just floats in the air. So this, again, people just responding to that post of the splash happening and then them just floating in the air after, and how it's all broken, and the fact that we haven't been able to do proper top rope dives and springboards since 2K22 when they're laying on a table or off of high structures like an ambulance or a cell pod, stuff like that. So people are responding to that. But they put so much effort into standardizing the impact animations, and for what? Now, half the diving animations look all the same, and it clearly didn't fix the jank. Otherwise, this would have been possible without using glitches years ago. So he's talking about, again, the table spot here. So then that's the problem with WWE 2K. They stripped down the wrestling, no grapples for every move, selling, weapon moves, just to name a few. It's time to get Ukes or as many of their coders to fix, fortify, and work with virtual concepts on graphics and weapon physics, in my opinion. So that's responding again to this because it still hasn't worked since 2K19. I think a lot of people just responding to this stuff. Yeah, this guy's responding to that post. Community Creations never shows up with custom females Hollow Live. They need to fix it, and that's responding to me asking for you guys to give me your feedback there. So that's from Robert and Louise Potato. They're saying, I know to this one not being fixed. So again, we're just leaving from where we left off in the last video here. And now we've got people upset. Remember when they updated 2K Beth Phoenix, but decided not to give her gear? Well, I mean, she's not in the game this year, so can't be mad at that. For this one, some people like the little things like this being in the game. And Jobber Games was able to fix their Raw's War 2000 arena. Now available for you guys. Oh, on PC, LED bugs fixed. So if you're on PC, so for me, I could get this Raw 2000 arena from Jobber Games. So that's great. And Universe Mode players, is it safe to add minor shows? I've been seeing a lot of people saying doing so crashes their game. So I don't know if it didn't crash my game, but it made my championship division list disappear. Your main roster championship divisions, NXT2, damn, okay, thank you, no problem. So this is some bugs we've still got with within Universe. Still so many issues there. There was an issue yesterday with the PlayStation Network, but I think that's been fixed now, so we don't need to go over that. I was actually going to do live events in my faction this year, but this stupid-ass stamina system that I turned off in Exhibition in Universe sucks. It's so annoying and makes it 10 times harder. So people think they've ruined my faction with the new stamina bar. And here is, again, some of the positive things within the game, where we have community creations, uploading stuff, and I believe is this... this doesn't say whether this is on PC. It's probably on console if it doesn't say, but people are making these very unique arenas somehow available on console, where you guys can use these things on console. So it's cool. So I like to spotlight some of these just because, like the Thunderous one, other people, they're making really cool stuff for you guys to see. So I like to highlight those as well. This game is upsetting my spirit so badly, man. From the crashing to the bugs, the issues everywhere, to the reverse everything AI. What is it going to take for us to get some kind of fix or response? Big dog, this can't keep up. And they're tagging Cornell, WWE Games 2K26. So again, at least we now know of a patch that's coming to hopefully address some of these issues. But this is why I put these issues front and center for you guys to see, and try and highlight anything you guys tag me in as well, so that we have all this stuff going up. We're going to have more of the stuff you guys tag me in coming up. I'm just going list by list of everything that I've noticed on X here. Exact same messed up hair. So it's live. Has anyone been able to get Alexa's model from my faction? I'm curious if it's the same model from 25. So it's the exact same messed up hair and all is what Status is saying. And here I got it to work normally with the new announce tables. So this I want to spotlight here. This was response to Marty M's thing where he was able to glitch them onto the table and be able to do the swanton off the ladder. Apparently, this guy, Mike Kadot, or I'm terrible at pronouncing names, but Mike here said he got it to work normally, but it was with the new announce tables, where you can lay them on the new announce tables normally and still do top rope moves or like moves off ladders through this announce table. So this is really cool if this is actually possible. If this works regularly, let me know in the comments section down below if you can do this on the new announce tables without any kind of like setup. You just roll them on the table and you can do it properly. This is fantastic, so I definitely wanted to spotlight this because this doesn't require any of the jank setup that you have to do where you have to glitch them on the table to be able to make it work. This one, they just get laid on the table. They just get laid right on the table right there, and you're able to go to the top and do a regular finisher off the top of the ladder. So something other than the splash. So that's fantastic. So if that's a thing, let me know in the comment section down below if this works for you, because that's great to know. You just have to be using the newer announce tables for that to work. For now, hopefully it gets patched and works across the board, but I'm not going to hold my breath because, again, this has been gone since 2K22. So if the fact that this works on this table, why doesn't it work for all tables? Very, very strange to me. But Marty M says, here you go, guys. Wonder if this works for diving moves off the top rope too, or if it's still locked to the presets. Yeah, hopefully we can do stuff off the top rope there, like a 5-star frog splash or something, not just with the ladder when they're on that announce table. So very cool, very cool. I wanted to spotlight that for you guys because that's a big deal to me. That is a game breaking bug. And again, if it works on this announce table normally, why doesn't it work on the regular announce tables and on the regular tables? So again, step in the right direction. Hopefully this gets patched this year and fixed finally. The way WWE Games has killed 2K26 needs to be studied. Can y'all at least announce that they'll be working on the patch? Because this is crazy. So this is exactly, they did finally. So certified winner, this guy over here, you got to be happy now, because even with this crappy patch that's done nothing, they at least announced they have a patch that's going to be fixing some stuff. They haven't told us what, so I'm not holding my breath. Fingers crossed they actually get a lot of good things there. You can see I'm not giving you the finger. This is fingers crossed here. But hopefully that fixes things. They got our money already, so they don't care. I mean, that's fair. A lot of people comparing this to 2K20's launch. And then this is people having issues with no network active connection found. I think this was a PSN issue from yesterday. I do believe this has been addressed, so we're not going to go over that today. The alternate, but friend of the channel, just Brian, responded to his comment section. That's great. Now, the alternative is likely to be so much... Oh, so this is people saying, damn, not a good look. If I were WWE, I would cut them loose. As far as 2K, about this scam, 2K26 accused of predatory practices and scam pricing. Not a good look. If I were WWE, I would cut them. And this JB over here is just saying the alternative is likely to be so much worse. Likely talking about EA. Competition is the cure. I do agree with them there. We need more competition for these games. That's why I wish Fight Forever had annual releases or more releases so that there would be competition pushing 2K to make better games and be more consumer first. Anyways, we've got, if you're interested, send your favorite creators and make it a new resource. So what is this? I'm not going to check that, but this says, I miss some of the reversals that used to be in. I got tired of some of these reversal animations, especially for heavier people. More reversals would make the game so much more in depth. Can't agree more there. And here we've got, this is the slider specialist. Most people don't realize this about 2K gameplay. Sliders that feel perfect today will break after patches. That's where most sets fall apart. I've spent 7+ years testing how gameplay sliders, AI tendencies, and attributes interact, not just at launch, but across updates. I don't just drop numbers. I maintain, adjust, and refine throughout the entire game cycle. If you care about consistent, realistic gameplay, that's the difference. DM me or check for access. So I don't know if this is a guy charging for sliders. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. If you want to make a video on YouTube about it and you get paid that way from people watching it because your video is good and people like it and it gets shared out there more, great. But if you're trying to get people to DM you for a Discord or some sort of payment, to me, go F yourself. That's absolutely crazy. I don't know if that's what that was. I was just pointing out the fact that it was, to me, it was more the fact that I didn't know sliders changed with patches. So it could break your slider setup that you'd have to adjust them. That's what I was trying to highlight there. So I do not support people charging for stuff like that at all. Go make a YouTube video. If it's popular and you do good sliders, people will watch your video. You make money that way. You know what I mean? And if people want to donate to your YouTube or something like that, they can do that. The Black Hawkage warns WWE fans of the corporate greed coming to wrestling games. You tell a diehard WWE 2K fan that the virtual currency stuff is only going to get worse, and they're going to call you broke and then complain after. This is sad but true for a lot of people who don't want to listen that all the predatory microtransaction practices are just going to get worse. I've been sounding those alarm bells for years now. Obviously, the channel's grown a lot since then, but I've been sounding that alarm ever since my faction came in and we first saw microtransactions get added to these games. I am of the firm stance that microtransactions should 100% be illegal in a fully priced game. If they want to make these games free to play and throw the microtransactions in, then whatever. That's how you monetize the game. Fine. That's how free to play games monetize. But otherwise, I think it should be illegal across the board. The governments need to get on this. The UK government, Canadian, US, Australian, whatever, all across the world. It really just takes one big government. Like when the UK does it, if they got to fix the game for the UK, they generally do it across the board. Same thing if the US does it. They'll likely just fix it and remove it across the board. So we just have to hope that we get some legislation removing microtransactions from fully priced games, which I don't know if we'll ever see that. Hopefully we do, though. So as far as 2K26 goes, from what I've experienced and from what I've seen others experience at this current stage of the game, alternate attires are broken from top to bottom. Movesets don't transfer over, no names, no renders. Commentary refers to them as the Superstar. The game-breaking logo swap glitch remains in the game for the 4th title in a row. Universe mode is completely broken from head to toe. Very true. Create an arena, still broken. Custom championships, broken. Custom crowd signs crash the game. I haven't experienced that one, thankfully. Community creations crashes the game. That happens to a lot of people. Multiple match types are removed from online play. You still can't do finishers onto tables. Create an entrance for tag teams is extremely glitchy. Superstar variants are glitched as well, and more. My goodness, there is a lot there, and I couldn't agree more. Bro, everything is broken, and this goddamn game. Like, can we tack on the fact that a lot of the moves don't even connect? I don't know how many times the AI effed me up because of that. The AI being artificially hard, regardless of what you do with the settings, is a problem too. All right, so this is going longer than I thought it was going to go, just like yesterday, but we have a lot to cover. I want to cover everything you guys are talking about, right? We got to cover with the communities, all the issues. So this is, your opponent will also 100% reverse the move, and in most cases, you won't even be able to get them flat on the table. Yeah, this is for this stuff, when you're trying to set up spots too. Exactly. And this is why the truest thing I've seen all day, the AI has technical abilities of Zack Sabre. It has the technical abilities of Zack Sabre Jr., the way it reverses me, especially any powerbomb type move. I had to turn that stuff all the way down. Man, for cash grab modes where you can't adjust, it's just slimy. Yeah, for like my faction stuff where you can't agree to. Seen enough. Yep. They've unmasked it. WWE scam. Pro Wrestling Shoot, friend of the channel. Shoutouts to Jesse. Don't give in. Are those cards really worth all the stress? Absolutely not. Just play what you can and get what you can earn for free. This is talking about my faction. People complain about my faction. Gonna check it out. I've enjoyed your prior vids. Thanks for highlighting these issues. So this was just them asking for us to bring more attention to the bugs and stuff. So this is just Ryan asking for people to bring the stuff to their attention about bugs and issues that are in the game, save data issues, all that kind of stuff that's there. And I'm just letting them know that, hey, I just put out a long video on that. And I'm going to keep putting out these long videos on it, covering everything I see you guys talk about. So this one, again, tagging me in this. So this is Shikatsu to God. While WWE 2K26 gameplay is fun, man, I just finished watching my video. Thank you, sir. Got me looking at 2K22 as the second coming of 2K20. Again, not as bad as 2K20, but this is the worst launch since then, for sure. High guard marathon now, WWE. We got off to a rough start, 2026. Fix WWE 2K26 WWE games. Shoutouts to you. Thanks for watching the video. Appreciate you watching the content. And you guys all leave me your feedback in the comments down below. But don't forget to tag me on X, and I'll try and cover you in future videos. If you have any issues or nagging issues like this person right here, Lynn, wanted to point out to me the Brock Lesnar beard issues when you're in the game. Not the greatest screenshot in the world, but you can see he doesn't have his proper beard here. I laughed and said, he looks 10 years younger. He's like, exactly. But yeah, Brock Lesnar showing up here in certain spots, like backstage, just with no beard for some reason. Very strange. And yeah, very strange. So thought I'd highlight that for you. And this is when I go to edit a match in Universe Gauntlet match, and special ref matches aren't available. So this is from my PWJ, just pointing out to me and to Just Brian in WWE Games that, again, in-universe gauntlet matches and special ref, both of those are not available at all to choose from when you're in universe. Originally from touching on things that haven't been addressed in the match. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but the sound in the background of his video is actually me talking from my last video. So shout outs to you, my PWJ. Appreciate you watching the channel. I'm hearing my voice in the background. I approve of this message. That's another one for the books, but for sure though, I haven't fully dove into universe yet to experience all these bugs myself. But yeah, that's crazy that you can't have special guest referee matches at all. And I think this is due to custom arenas. I think you might be able to do this, and I don't know if this is true for Gauntlet match, but from what I understand, you can't have a special guest referee match in a custom arena. I'm sure that'll come up through all these posts, or I covered it in the last video, I can't remember. But that seems to be an issue right now, and that's crazy. So for Universe players that have custom arenas, that's ridiculous that you can't have special guest referee matches. And maybe it applies to Gauntlet matches too. That one I wasn't aware of. So I'm thinking that's probably the issue, is probably the custom arenas. Let me know in the comment section down below if that is the case, if you've tested that, and if that's a fix for it. Now, Blurry DXLL shouts me out and says, hey, thought you would like to see this. I cannot make Alexa Bliss Funhouse version because the wig has bald patches behind both ears and it's super shiny. It costs $12K to unlock. Why should we need to buy everything all over again that we unlocked last year on the island? Game is so broken. Pictures taken are from on console. So this is what he's talking about here, that you've got these weird bald patches. I don't know how well you can see that. I can't really zoom that. Maybe if I open it in a new tab. Yeah. So you can see right here what he's talking about, these weird bald patches by the ear. And don't even forget about that clipping right there. Don't forget about that clipping. But yeah, you see the little bald patch he's talking about right here. And then right here you can see as well. You can see he's taken down the shine to nothing. And, sorry. There's still tons of shine on it. And you've got this weird looking bald patch right here. So yeah, unfortunately, don't know what's going on there. And the fact that you have to buy this stuff from the island again this year, really stupid to me. Very, very, just egregious business practices. Don't like it. But yeah, so some issues here with some of the wigs. So shout outs to Blurry for pointing that out. Mr. Graham called me out, said, Mr. Dubs, just watched your latest video. You're 100% spot on about how the suits are ruining this game with the monetization grind while leaving legacy bugs untouched. I literally just spent hours diagnosing the custom championship glitch in exhibition mode and sent a detailed ticket to 2K doing their own debugging for them, but their own official support website is so broken and neglected that 2K26 isn't even listed in their drop-down menu to submit a ticket. They have 2K25, 24, and 23, but nothing for the brand new game. I took screenshots of it because the incompetence is unreal. I had to hijack the general help folder just to force the ticket through. Here is the exact bug report I submitted to them about the custom titles. Feel free to use them. Keep putting the pressure on them because the community is sick of this. Beautiful. From Mr. Graham here. Appreciate you checking out the channel, and I'm happy to spotlight this issue for you. But my ticket to 2K support, so don't need to hear all the ins and outs, all the details. You can see it on screen if you want to pause and read all this. But this is the specific issue. You can see this is all the bells and whistles he had to go through just to get to troubleshooting with 2K26. This is where he added his stuff, so there you go. But you can see in the 2K Help Center, it's got WWE 2K Help Center, which is where you're going to have to go. It says 25, 24, and 23, so it's not showing 26. I'm guessing just the regular Help Center is for 26. I'm guessing that's why. But it's all the things they're asking him to do and all the stuff all the steps you have to go through. If you've ever gone through a support ticket, you know what all this kind of stuff is. It's a lot to read, and it'll just add length to the video. But shout out to Mr. Graham. I hope you have this issue resolved. It is very, very annoying to have all these bugs still showing up. Hopefully, patch 1.07 addresses some of them. And then he says, yo, Dubs, I'm too exhausted to even send a ticket to 2K support for this one. So I need to put them on blast. I just stayed up all night grinding through their patched ringside pass system just to unlock Lex Luger. The man is a WWE Hall of Famer, but when I finally unlock him and go to community creations to find an attire, he isn't even listed in the superstar search filter. You look under L and he is completely missing. So I know the suits are this one's just forcing the monetization garbage, but this right here is just pure laziness from the devs. They made damn sure the Battle Pass grind worked perfectly to keep us playing, but they couldn't even be bothered to add a Hall of Fame legend to the basic text search so that we can actually use them. It's an absolute disrespect to a legend, a massive slap on the face. Out of the fans grinding for him, please expose this miss. So I mean, to me, this isn't a huge issue because you just go into custom hashtags. You just have to type in Lex Luger yourself. Do you know what I mean? This is just using their in-game, like he's just showing off that you can see that when you go to Lita, Logan Paul, there's no Lex Luger option when you're going through the preset hashtags. But to me, that's not a big deal because, yeah, it sucks. It should be there. But you can literally type in, like even with you're on a controller or not, you can type in your own custom hashtag at the bottom and just type in Lex Luger. So to me, this isn't a huge issue, but I'm happy to spotlight it for you. I understand where the frustrations people have with things in this game. Now, Ryan says, every year I make this arena. This year I try to make it when I edit the arena, the image is fine. But when I play a match in the arena, the image of the curtain is distorted. I've tried uploading the curtain as its own image, still distorted, and it's all 1024 by 1024. So as you can see here, this is like what it looks like when it's uploaded. It's got this weird distortedness between it. Whereas, and like right here, you can see it again when they're coming out to it. But when he's in Create an Arena, it looks perfectly fine. Let's try and open this in a new tab so that we can see here. That issue isn't present at all when you're actually looking in Create an Arena here. Not there at all, right? It only shows up when you upload it. So again, more bugs and issues. With Create an Arena, I've heard lots of issues, so hopefully this gets fixed for you in the next patch, Ryan. Fingers crossed. Lynn says exactly. Oh, so that's just replying to that. And Status is saying, he was just asking if we can earn RXP by watching like the watch mode and stuff. And then this also, and that's obviously you only get 100 for an entire show. And this is Azorius. This was a very cool looking Jeff Hardy. So this guy says he's got us covered until January. So I just thought I'd point out this as Azortheus Cause. I'm terrible with that name, but you can see it here. If you're looking for a good Jeff Hardy, that looks cool. And here's a cool looking Big Show or the Giant. Something big is coming. So just like spotlighting the creators here a little bit as well, because they're what keeps this game moving forward. And people say the horrible servers have been an issue since the THQ days, which is correct. But the Pro Wrestling Shoot, friend of the channel, is saying, I never disconnected like this in SmackDown versus Raw. I concur. It has not been this bad, but the servers have always been bad, but not so bad that they literally removed anything beyond a 4-man match online. And we don't even have crossplay, which is crazy. We should have crossplay so we can play with players in our own region and have a bigger player pool, but we don't even have that when we're having these issues. This effing game, 140 pounds, and you can't even search for anything. So what was the issue? The game, 140 pounds. I was thinking weight. I wasn't thinking price. Yeah, 140 pounds for the Monday Night Wars edition. I wasn't thinking currency. And you can't even search for anything. Yeah, there's lots of issues. So cheers, Mark. Tagging me and Strizer in that one. And in passing, tagging me, it's like they intentionally make the game better with 2 steps forward being ragdoll physics. That's what everybody's happy about. And 5 steps backward with all the beloved stuff. It's a scummy way to keep getting people to buy future games by taking things out that are already in to push it as a new feature in future games. So again, like them fixing this, they might just add it as a new feature next year because it's been gone since 2K22 being able to do like swantons off ladders and stuff through tables. Not a bug, it's a feature. These companies only care about profit. The only way to get them to do anything is by keeping our wallets shut whenever they want to charge $150 for a half-baked, bug-infested mess. So again, referring to this one where, again, all you can do off the top rope when they're on a table is a splash, and even that leaves them floating and buggy and just all kinds of issues. Apparently, you can also do this where you glitch them onto it and then swanton them through it. Apparently, it works for ladder bridges too, J-Dog was pointing out. And this happened to me once in 2K14, so it's probably a longer bug. They can't seem to know what's causing this. So this is talking about the save file corruption bug that has been in the game, as I've said, for well over a decade. It's been happening since at least 2K14. I'm pretty sure it's been happening since 2K12, maybe even before that. But every year, some people get affected where your entire save file gets corrupted and you lose all of your data, all your showcase, your MyRise. You have to do everything all over again to unlock stuff. It's absolutely crazy that it's still happening in 2K26 with these games being priced what they are. It happened to me in 2K17 back in 2016, and I have the video on my channel of it happening to me, and it turned me off the franchise for years. This one said, yo, Mr. Dubs, you asked for 2K26 bugs in your last video, so here you go. So some baller, appreciate you. Shout outs to you for pointing this out. So this one, I will let you hear the audio because they're going to point out what's going on. So I will stay silent for this one. Will you listen to this?
Look at this bug in WWE 2K26 with the AI superstars crisscrossing each other under the ladder. I'm going to speed this up.
So for this one, not so much a huge bug. This has always been in the WWE games, like the, going under the ladder bridge. So to me, this doesn't seem like a big bug. But again, you guys pointed it out to me, so I'm happy to spotlight it.
I have created a custom universe mode in the game and added the WCW title to Warrior, but still he shows up with some other belt. Why?
So this is an issue with Universe, where for the Universe promo scenes, your champion isn't actually wearing the proper championship. They're wearing the WWE Championship when you have the WCW title or maybe a custom title. This is a bug I've heard of. I'm glad someone's showing me the clip. This is so annoying. So this is showing you, obviously they're on a Nitro arena. He made Ultimate Warrior the champ. He's supposed to be the WCW champion, not the WWE champion. So this is really immersion in game. This will ruin Universe for you, right? That's something that would really ruin Universe. So that's very, very frustrating. So again, thank you guys for pointing this stuff out to me. And this happens every single show in Universe mode. So what's this?
The following contest is...
Okay, so for this one, this is where when the announcer announces the match, for some reason, the crowd goes completely silent, but then comes back when the next person gets announced. So I'll let you hear this part.
A steel cage match. And is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
So you could hear there was absolutely no crowd sound to that whatsoever. There's no crowd, and then they come back.
There's no crowd. There's no crowd sound in this announcement. Why?
And again, you could hear the crowd coming back. Obviously, I can't play Rey Mysterio's theme, but the crowd instantly comes back once you have, and that was, I think, the last issue in the video. But yeah, so you can see that stuff. So some baller, thanks for pointing that out to my attention. Let's get this video shared out to more people so that this gets in 2K's faces and they have to fix these bugs. But keep tagging me, you guys, with all these bugs. Daniel here tagging me saying, I'm having trouble with the island in 2K26. It didn't matter which order either. It has the same problem. Ultimate Grubberg. So this is from Daniel Grubb here. So the issue he's running into is that when you're going in for the dialogue and he's going over to chat with Chad Gable, the screen goes entirely black. You can still hear them chatting. You can still hear the audio in the background of them talking, but the screen for the whole cutscene goes completely black no matter what you do.
You're the new Order of Tradition recruit? Well...
Doesn't matter which option you pick. It's just black.
Hey, hold on, buddy. You've heard the pretty good look. You're not going to the...
Doesn't matter what you do. Just ruined cutscene. You don't get the cutscene, you just get a black screen.
Hey, it's not about looking, but you can change. You can also... And I'd try...
That's just them skipping through the dialogue because you can't see anything. So again, immersion breaking, game breaking, this will ruin the island for you. Like, this is ridiculous. So thank you, Daniel, for pointing that out for us. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. And if you guys are watching this video, when you see your comments, see your tweets that you sent to me, let me know in the comments down below. It's always good to hear from you guys, and keep sending me all these bugs and glitches so that I can spotlight them more and more. What is more likely to happen is, rather than fixing the issue through a patch, table finishers will be touted as a new feature. in a future game so they can squeeze more money out of people. Yeah, for them fixing this issue, they'll just tout it as a new feature, being able to do top rope dives again through tables. Or off high structures like an ambulance or off the top of a cage or something. Yeah, ridiculous. I agree. And here, Yo Dubs, to clarify on the Lexus. So this is Mr. Graham again, just clarifying on the Lexus situation. It's actually worse. I did unlock him through the ringside pass. He's finally playable on my roster now. But even after fully unlocking him, his name is still missing from community creations. Again, not a big deal to me because you can put in your own custom hashtag list. I get that it's annoying and it should be there. I agree with you. I'm just saying this to me is not one of the game-breaking bugs that is super frustrating to me. But I get it's frustrating for you. Happy to spotlight it for you. They remembered his code in the monetization to unlock perfectly. I get it. It's a heads up for your next video. Patch 1.06 to our consoles this morning, and it is a complete stall tactic. The patch notes literally say stability and input. Yeah, well, we've covered that already. Not to mention of fixing of custom title in the exhibition glitch, the universe mode crashes, or the missing community creation tags. The most insulting part, at the bottom of the notes, they explicitly state that actual fixes are coming in patch 1.07. This basically pushed a nothing patch just to ensure their My Faction store stays perfectly stable so people can keep buying virtual currency while telling the community to keep waiting for the actual game-breaking bugs to be addressed. The Matrix is working exactly as the suits designed it. Keep putting pressure on them. Well, I appreciate you pointing this stuff out to me, Mr. Graham. You guys keep doing that. Again, at Mr. Dubs on X, keep tweeting me with any of these bugs, any of these issues and stuff, and I will try and spotlight them in these videos for you guys. It looks like this one's turning into another hour-long video, and I apologize for it. But you guys seemed to watch the last time, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this one. I'm going to try and cover everything you guys showcase for me. But Mr. Graham, again, saying just wanted to drop a quick heads up on this new update so nobody gets their hopes up today. I mean, this is fine. I've already covered. We know it's got nothing. We know it's not fixing anything. And he also wanted to point out that Lex Luger still not in the Superstar search hashtags. You just got to type it in yourself in the custom hashtags at the bottom, unfortunately. But thank you. He appreciates the channel. Thinks it's great coverage. Thank you, Mr. Graham. And then Delivery Superkick says, can we make customized cause? Mr. Dubs, WTF. So this, he just gets locked at a loading screen. Sound is awful, but you can see no matter what he presses, what he does, it doesn't fix. He just permanently stuck at this loading screen no matter what he does. If he goes to his PlayStation, everything's fine. The game's not frozen. It just stays locked on this the entire time. So very frustrating stuff. More bugs that need addressing. Here we've got Ask Click Wrestling. Thanks for reading my 2 tweets in your video. My pleasure. So he's just pointing out, I dare you to actually explain how the ringside pass actually improves the quality of 2K26. No, seriously, I'll wait. Oh, and here, then explain why I have to play Fire Pro Wrestling just to see created finishing moves in 2026. Created finishing moves right here. I dare you to actually explain how the ringside... Anyways, yeah, my pleasure. I mean, you guys keep tweeting me, and I will happily keep covering covering all the bugs and stuff. You tag me and just try and give me some footage of whatever the issue is, and I'll keep covering it like in this one. Everyone turns into Jimmy Snuka and they levitate. Yeah, more issues with that bug. Here's a big one from L. Foss. The WWE 2K26 community has evolved. The creation tools haven't. Here's some community feedback on what needs to improve. And I said to him, we'll hold on to this one for the next video. So L. Foss, I hope you're watching. I got you right here. So, improvements, fixes to enhance creativity in WWE 2K26. Enable regular... I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll open it in a new tab. Okay. Enable tag team entrances to be used as championship tag entrances. Unlock face and heel victory motions so they can be selected freely. That's so weird that there's like locked between heel and face this year. Don't understand why they did that or what bug that is. Unactive tag partners should be able to tag from the outside of the ring, at least when the active wrestler is stunned in the corner. Elimination chamber in custom arenas. When creating your own brand, it's a very immersion breaking to suddenly be teleported to a WWE arena for WWE Elimination Chamber matches. I didn't even know that was a thing. That is so lame. In previous games, Elimination Chamber matches could be held in custom arenas, and this should return. Why would that be taken away? That's crazy. 3, create an arena improvements. It is currently not possible to create daytime arenas, which prevents creators from using the day-night show settings properly. That's ridiculous. So for like All In, you can't have a daytime show? That's ridiculous. They definitely need to fix that. Add new base venue spaces for custom arenas. Add new arena parts, Trons, Mini-Trons, etc. Custom arenas do not show the ringside championship table with the championship placed in it. There are already many arenas in the game with unique venues and structural parts that could greatly enhance the Create an Arena experience if they were made available to creators. I've been saying this for years. Just give us all the staging and stuff and parts that are in all the other arenas so we can make amazing Create an Arenas. If they cared about Create an Arena, they would give us that. Now he's got a few more here, so let's see these. Show elements. These resources have not been updated in years and severely limit creative variety for custom shows. 100% accurate for your universe. Enable show films for arenas and superstar entrances. Adding show intro films would be a very welcome addition for arena and show creation. It would also be very helpful to toggle between WWE branded and generic videos, music, since creators often build custom arenas or cause that should not use WWE superstar visuals, like Roman Reigns graphics and music, is the example he's given. Create a show. Allow creators to select a default ring announcer for a show, similar to how referees can currently be selected. That would be great. Logos on microphones should be updated with the show custom logo. That would be a fantastic addition as well. Universe mode, GM promos. Now that we can assign a general manager to a show, it would be great if they could cut promos for universe events such as vacating championships, announcing injuries, suspensions, new signings to the brand, other storyline developments. I mean, I'm not holding my breath for all these wonderful universe mode improvements because it's rare that we get them. But Elfos, thank you for sharing. Again, this is just obviously covering after my video from yesterday. But for you guys, make sure you are tagging me on X when you have stuff like this. I will try and highlight them in my future videos for you guys best I can. JD Gaming, I'd like to tag me here. I'd like to add Mr. Dubs and Zebra's World in case it hasn't been picked up. So JD Gaming said, year still appearing. So these are still issues that are in the game. So the year is still appearing on the nameplate. What he means is like when it's Kane 98, the 98 still showing when they're coming to the ring on the entrance nameplate. Still no special referee matches for Create an Arena. And I believe that might apply to the gauntlet matches too. That's what I was touching on earlier. I believe that applies to the gauntlet matches. Still can't assign renders for alternate attires. That's very annoying for so many people. It's very immersion breaking having all these having renders from the game all of a sudden on real wrestlers where everyone else has has like the custom rent. Doesn't have the in-game renders, has like the photo. The purple circle of doom is still effing up matches. So what the heck do they mean by stability improvements? Exactly. They don't clarify anything. But thank you for tagging me in that. Again, if you guys are tagging me in this stuff, I'm going to try and highlight it for you. Even if it comes later in an hour-long video. I didn't expect this to go this long, so I apologize for that. But again, it's a lot to cover in just 24 hours. You guys have been tagging me like crazy. Mr. Graham tagging me again. Yo, Dubs, you need to call out these Predator YouTubers in your next video. They are out here acting as free PR for 2K, telling the community that this 1 gigabyte patch 1.06 is a patch just setting up the next update. That's a total lie to protect the billion-dollar company, and they are misleading their own audiences. If you want to give the community real transparency, hit them with the actual business science behind what 2K is doing today. 1. Computer science, data allocation. You don't push a 946 megabyte file just to set up a patch. That massive data went straight into backend netcode to stabilize the MyFaction servers. They are making sure there's zero packet loss when processing virtual currency transactions. How can you be sure of that, though? How can you know that's exactly what it is? I don't know how you can be so confident in what that is. I'm sure with the computer science data allocation, you can know that, but how can you know that it's only fixing MyFaction servers? I'm not arguing with you. I'm just wondering how you can know that. 2, the behavioral science, the dopamine loop. MyFaction and the ringside pass run on the intermittent reinforcement, just like a slot machine. If the server crashes during a pack opening, the dopamine loop breaks and the player logs off. 1.06 was pushed to solely protect that loop so the casino never closes. Again, I don't doubt this, especially with their predatory microtransaction behavior and their predatory monetary practices. But how do you know that this is what this was fixing? That's what I want to know. It's how are you confident in this, right? And then the economics, sunk cost versus active revenue. To take two, base game players are a sunk cost. They already have the $70 through $150 version of the game. Fixing universe mode or Lex Luger's missing, like he's very adamant about wanting Lex Luger's hashtag when he's searching community creations. I mean, you can just type it in yourself in your own custom hashtag. I get that it's frustrating, but wow, this man's a huge Lex Luger fan. But my faction generates daily active revenue. The suits will always patch the active revenue stream first and leave the broken game for later. I 100% agree with you there. 100%. They nerfed the RXP farm first before fixing anything. Feel free to use this exact breakdown in your video. The community needs to know the truth about these shill creators and how the corporate matrix actually works. Keep exposing them. Well, I appreciate the breakdown, but as I said to him, I said, while I appreciate the breakdown and can happily add this in my next video, I'll refrain from calling out fellow YouTubers as I make a point to not watch them outside of those I collaborate with, as you know, like friends of the channel, like Just Brian, Pro Wrestling Shoot, Assemble, Kenny Bomb, Strizer, anybody else, Lotus the Beast, anyone else I'm forgetting, Unsanctioned TV. Like if I'm, if it's the boys or anyone that I'm familiar with, I've done podcasts with, I know I have no problem talking to them, collaborating with them, and I'm watching some of their stuff. That's fine, but I do go out of my way to try not to watch a lot, especially when it comes to like opinion pieces. I don't like having my opinion influenced by stuff they're pointing out. I like to have my reactions be just organic when I'm reading stuff, so I'm just naturally reacting to things as opposed to being super influenced by what my fellow creators are doing or saying, if that makes sense. But he says, hey Dubs, just to be clear, I'm definitely not asking you to start any beef or burn any bridges with other creators. I don't want to drag you into YouTube war. I just want to make sure you have the real facts to share with your audience, to the community, so they don't get confused by misinformation that's spreading right now. Transparency is key. Here's an example of the kind of stuff that are out. See, again, I'm not interested in what other creators are putting out there. If you think they're misleading the community, that's great. That's not my bag, man. That's just not my bag. But he just says, I just wanted you to see for yourself so you know what the community is dealing with. Again, that's not on me. Then if you don't like it, don't watch their videos. You know what I mean? You can come to me, watch my videos. I'll put out my stuff, but I'm not gonna take issue with what any other creator's doing on their own channel. They're gonna do what's best for them and their channel, and that's great. And if you don't like it, then don't watch. Do you know what I mean? But I appreciate the sentiments. So I said to him, I'll refrain from watching others so as to not influence my own thoughts and takes. I react to things naturally as I see them and go over the feedback I find on here from you guys. I fully support all my fellow creators to put out whatever they deem best for their own channels. You know what I mean? That's all I can really say to that. Is I encourage my fellow creators, make whatever content that works for you guys. I'm going to keep just doing my thing over here, trying to do what makes you guys happy. You know what I mean? And so what's the status here said as far as the patch going live? He said, can't wait for that day one patch. A month later, we covered that earlier. And it says, now we know 2K, just Brian says, friend of the channel, says patch 1.07 is around the block. What issues are you looking forward to seeing fixed? So I'm sure we've got lots of people want Trick Williams fixed. Again, this is something I was going to go over with some of the issues that we're going to get posted in his thing here. But this video is already gone and just about an hour long, so we're not going to go through all that. We've already gone through what you guys want to see. You guys can always give me your feedback on X and see what you want covered in the next video. You know what I mean? You can only remove one problem from WWE 2K26 forever. What are you deleting first? For me, the table finisher's not working. That's huge. But universe mode needs a complete overhaul. AI ruining match flow, that is not nearly as big an issue. Repetitive commentary, not nearly as much of an issue for me. Ringside Pass DLC, as bad as that is, I would rather fix the game rather than just something that they just introduced. I would probably say like a huge additions to universe mode, or just bring back create a story. How about that? Give me create a story back. That would be fantastic. But if it just had to fix something, like what am I deleting first? Well, broken table finishers, that doesn't mean they're fixing it. And it's what, a weak universe mode? Is this just deleting universe mode? So if I'm just deleting one, like I don't want to delete universe mode, so I guess the ringside pass DLC. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If I'm just getting rid of one and it's not fixing anything, then I guess this. So this is new patch 1.06 is out and still ain't get all my stuff back. All my creative wrestlers gone, Showcase gone, My Rise gone. I don't play that weak My Faction nor weak Island. Y'all brought into the game and just everything is gone. Y'all officially suck. So this guy looks like he lost his save data. The version of your save data is old, needs to be updated to proceed. If you remove the game update, you will no longer be able to use the save. Well, this is just the same thing that goes out with every patch. You got to update your save data. Oh, but he lost. He lost it all. Everything's gone. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. Save file corruptions are not cool. Pro Wrestling Shoot, what's your top priority fix? He was asking. This was another thing I was going to maybe go over, like the responses to what people were looking forward to. But unfortunately, this video is already so long, we don't have time for that. I'm low-key annoyed they removed these models. There was absolutely no reason, especially for Rhea Ripley 20. And it's crazy that the game will crash purposely if you're on it too long after an update is out. Laughing my ass off in the middle of creating something, mind you, and his game just crashed. Prince Marty M, one of the great creators in this community. That's horrible. And Brian Mazik says, My Faction on Wednesday, Ultimate Challenge and Ultimate Challenge Elite will be updated with a run-through. That provides time for the required... Okay, so that's interesting for the card market. And what's the status is, how about you just put the required cards in the free tier of the ringside pass instead of content we've had to unlock in the last 5 games. That's why I liked it. Was for status's reply to that. Agree with that. Now, mark my words when I say this. Y'all absolutely lame for this, bro. And it's not just me going through this either. It's other players as well. So this guy, with this new update, now says his game won't load. And all his DLC content isn't there.
Right now. Pulling off that Cordell.
More game-breaking bugs. All their DLC is just gone now. They have to reinstall it or re-download it. Like, what is going on? What is going on? Can we address this in patch 1.07? Here you can see the logos not showing up on the turnbuckle pads here in this entrance. What's going on? Maybe we also could get new turnbuckle pads where we could get like the Japanese like Pride style or the New Japan style. The flat like long ones. That'd be great. And finally, we're going to go over some good news here for you. We've got the Thunderous One. My independent wrestling template pack is uploaded to Community Creations on console. On console. Free to use and re-upload. Fair warning, expect glitches. The third template works best with entrances. Enjoy. So this, very cool. This has like this cool staging here. Sorry, that's very loud. But this has like a unique stage that they'll actually land on. There are glitches in it, but you can see it's a stage that's attached to the ring, and you can wrestle on it. You can throw people off of it. I thought this is pretty neat. Oh, and look, you can still grab weapons from the middle of the ring. Hilarious. They magically float to you. So, I mean, if that's immersion breaking for you, that's fine. But look, you can throw the weapon. And look, it'll actually go in the ring. That's pretty crazy. So, it's pretty neat what he's been able to do with this. As you can see, it's an actual working stage that connects to the ring. How they're able to get these mods into the game, like the console game, and this isn't on PC, is nuts to me. But some very cool stuff. So I wanted to spotlight this for you guys, as this is available for you on Community Creations. I don't know if this causes any bugs or anything, or if this causes save file corruptions. I have no idea, because I have no idea how they get these things to work. But this stuff to me is pretty cool, the fact that they can have this on consoles for you guys. Imagine giving us an update that says, yeah, we'll fix these issues in the next update. Go F yourselves. So people not happy about this. 2K really dropped an update with the sole purpose of announcing the next update. Never before seen levels of tomfoolery. I mean, I'm happy to know that they're addressing some things in the future. It'd just be nice to know exactly what they're addressing. So this was just more covering the issues. Zebra Games says this is a huge problem for me. This bothers me so much they didn't even add renders for the CM Punk or even the Triple H's you paid for, so it looks so out of place. Still can't assign renders for alternate attires. That we covered earlier. So yeah, Zebra's upset about that. And now this is Radiation saying, Would you prefer to preserve your current save data by updating it or retain your existing save by not updating? Choosing not to update will delete the very data you're attempting to keep. Failure to update prevents you from playing. Do you want to update the save data? Right? It's a little confusing. I always just hit yes and there's no problem, but I don't know. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. This is from Marty M. Again, I always want to spotlight these cool creators with the amazing things they put out for us. I'll be working with Foreign Farrell and any other creators who want to contribute to have high quality AEW textures to make as many shows and unique stages as possible so y'all can have a realistic AEW universe. So again, this is unfortunately on console, so for me I can't use this stuff, but I like to spotlight it for you guys because hey, this Marty M makes some really cool stuff for us, and I like to spotlight him on the channel when he's got cool, neat, unique stuff out there, and I think I've got a few more shots of that. I've already covered this stuff. But yeah, okay, so here this is a Dynamite Daily's Place arena he's working on. This I thought was so cool. What I thought was really, really cool about this one was this staging here that he's got, where you can see, like, look at this angle, like the way it's out. Like it's not a flat image. This is like real, a real tunnel. I thought this was really cool. I thought this was really well done. So I wanted to showcase it for you guys. And then we're finally getting to these. I showed off these, the Thunderous one. Not one, not two, but 3 independent wrestling templates on Community Creations. Keep an eye out. So you've got the one with the stage right here. Very, very cool with the stage attached to the ring. This is another one he's got that we saw just prior. And so these are all 3. So those are 3 separate arena types for you. So very, very cool stuff there. And then if your game was corrupted, do this. So this is a potential fix. If you get your save file corrupted, this is them showing off what to do in 2K25. Once the game crashes and if you lose your save file data or whatever, do not log back into the game. Do this instead. So what they're telling you to do here is go over to manage your game and add-ons. They're doing this on Xbox and 25, so you can test to see if this works for you. But what he goes over is he goes over to his save data, goes over to the reserve space, and clears that reserve space up. And I think that was... yeah, that's all he did, and then he went back in the game. And then when the game actually loaded, I gotta mute that. But once they loaded back into the game had to then resync. So it took its time. And then it eventually resynced and apparently saved all their save data. Like, so it did this, and it took a really long time to get everything back up to speed. But apparently, after it was done, everything was back and they didn't lose anything apparently. They said this works. I don't know if this works. I'm just putting this out there as a potential solution. If you have your save data corrupted, before you log back into the game, apparently do this. Might be too late for some of you. I don't know. But if this helps anybody at all, or for you guys in the future, I'm putting this out there for you guys for that very reason. And then finally, we've got an awesome thanks, man. We'll hold on to this for the next video. Oh, this was Elfloss just thanking me for that. And now let's see finally the new notifications. If there's anything new from you guys that I have to point out, it looks like there's something there. So awesome. Thanks, man. So we've got people following. I had this problem since the patch, okay, so what is this? Oh, this was him pointing this out. I had this problem since the patch. They got rid of the easy E method. Okay, so that's just from me covering Daniel. And it looks like this will be our final bug we're covering in this video from Blurry DXLL. Mr. Dubs, another issue with image mapping, which I know has been ongoing since 2K22, I think. But it's a pain we cannot add shoulder tattoos properly. It's 2026. Surely they can fix this blurry build by now. Price hike for what? I know the body morph is wrong. I haven't finished it yet. LOL, I'm just showing off the image mapping annoyance. So ignore the fact that the thing isn't perfect, but he's talking about how you get the really blurriness when you're doing the tattoo over the shoulder. It's terrible, and there's like no way to properly fix that blurring. And it's been in the game like this for 10 years plus. So you can't properly fix the tattoos. You got to cover them or whatever, but he's just showing off the way it stretches in this image. I don't know if you can see if you're on your phone or something. I'll try and enhance this. You can see how it kind of blurs into the skin and then disappears. This weird stretch that it does here. So if you're familiar with Creation Suite, you know what he's talking about here. I'll open this one as well so you can see like right around the shoulders, it always does that stretch thing. So yeah, it's very annoying. Very, very annoying. I agree with you. Something that would love to be fixed. Blurry DXLL, your name's hilarious because, yeah, it's blurry stuff right here. But anyways, dubious ones, this was not meant to go for over an hour. But please leave me your feedback in the comments section down below. And if you made it this far, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let me know you made it to the end, please. Let me know you made it this far. Hit the like button if you did. Always leave me your feedback in the comment section down below. But make sure you go follow me on X at MrDubs86 and do what these good folks are doing here and just tag me over on X and leave me screenshots or a video clip of your issues so I can keep spotlighting it in these videos, getting this in front of the community's eyes, and more importantly, hopefully getting it in front of 2K's eyes and getting some of these bugs fixed. But dubious ones, again, I'm sorry. I did not mean for this to be this long. I will have at least timestamps from when I went from just general issues with the game to the stuff you guys tagged me, and I'll try and have that there for you in the video. Pardon me, when this goes out to you. But yeah, starting to get a dry throat. I need some water. Anyways, I appreciate y'all so very much for watching. Stay tuned to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching, and deuces.